Sir Richard Wallace was quite a mysterious character. We don't really know that much about him. The rumour goes that he was the illegitimate son of the young Fourth Marquess. He grew up as the private secretary to the Fourth Marquess, and together they collected the most extraordinary collection of works of art, furniture, paintings, sculpture. They kept it in their homes in Paris, but lo and behold, in 1870, when the Fourth Marquess died, he left the whole collection to Richard Wallace. Rather than just sitting on it and not doing anything with it, Richard Wallace was very keen to add to it. So he bought a collection of arms and armour, one of the greatest collections you could possibly get at the time. He also bought works of art, sculpture, and sometimes respecting his supposed father's taste, but sometimes going in a very different direction. This is quite a peculiar object at first sight. It shows an ostrich made out of silver holding a horseshoe in its beak. It's actually a great example of 16th century Augsburg silversmith, and it was acquired by Richard Wallace. The concept of the ostrich holding a horseshoe actually goes right back to the antique, when it was believed that ostriches could digest metal. And what's interesting about this piece is that Richard Wallace acquired it, probably because of its sheer beauty, the way the feathers are captured, the little claws, the neck. It's quite a grand looking piece. But when he was made baronet by Queen Victoria in 1871, he decided to take up as his coat of arms the head of the ostrich holding a horseshoe. And in a way, this is quite a sort of biographical piece. Yes, he might have loved it as a very beautiful work of art, but also he might have seen himself in that horseshoe.
These two 18th century Chinese wine cups are hugely important. There are 4 in the world, and we have 2 of them. They were used by the Qianlong Emperor to celebrate the Chinese New Year during a sophisticated and highly symbolic ceremony that took place in the Forbidden City in Beijing. The cups are very elaborate. One is made of gold, the other one is made of a base metal, and this is the prototype. They are both decorated with pearls and gemstones, and this beautiful vibrant blue color is of kingfisher feathers. The cups were bought by Sir Richard Wallace in Paris in 1872, and they are described in the sale catalogue as coming from the Summer Palace. And I think Sir Richard Wallace was attracted to their artistic and decorative qualities and their exoticism.
This is one of the most surprising pieces that Richard Wallace bought. It's a bell from the 11th century, made in Ireland. It's known as the Bell of St. Mura, and that's because it came from a monastery in County Donegal. And it was regarded as a divine object. The special part of it is the way it is configured, with this crucifix in the middle, with the rock crystal as the body of Christ, and the red amber as the wounds of Christ. There would have been amber here and here as well. An object like this, there's none like this in this country. It's quite rare. And this is a unique piece, and it's astounding to think that it's here at the Wallace Collection.
Not many people know that the Wallace Collection has a masterpiece of African art, a trophy head. It's a truly spectacular object made of gold. It's an important artifact of the Kingdom of Asante, now Ghana, which had control over the largest resources of gold in West Africa. It probably depicts a high-status defeated enemy. We don't really know when it was made, probably in the 19th century, but it could also be earlier. The head was probably attached to a ceremonial sword, and we know it was in the royal palace in Kumasi, the capital of the Asante Kingdom. Sir Richard Wallace bought it in London in 1874, and I think he was attracted to its royal provenance and also its artistic values. I see it as one of the highlights of Sir Richard Wallace's collection, and a great example of his wide collecting interests.
Sir Richard Wallace was very keen to share the collection with everybody, and proof of that is the Bethnal Green Museum exhibition, to which he lent the whole collection for 2 years, and to which 5 million visitors came. Throughout his lifetime, people visited it, artists, composers, bankers, financiers, all types of people. But deep down, he knew that one day this collection should become a public collection. It seems that he instructed his wife to give the collection to the nation, which pretty much marks it as the greatest ever gift to the nation. And today we're very keen to respect Richard Wallace's ethos. We remain free of charge. Anybody can come in whenever they want between 10 and 5. We're still cataloguing the collection, researching it. And the beauty of this collection is still relatively virgin in terms of knowing it well. So our job here is to maintain it, preserve it for future generations. We are celebrating Sir Richard Wallace's 200th anniversary. And to celebrate the man, we will be organising an exhibition in our newly refurbished spaces dedicated to what he brought to the collection in terms of works of art, arms and armour and paintings. The exhibition runs from the 20th of June 2018 and closes on the 6th of January 2019.